Welcome to my channel. So today I'm gonna be unboxing and talking about the Volt 276 Studio Pack. Alright, so this is the box. Inside this box you're gonna find everything you need to start recording. If you're a first-time user, if you're a podcaster, if you want to start your recording studio but don't know where to start, what kind of microphone to get, what kind of headphones, what kind of interface, you have everything you need in one package. So let's open it up and see what it comes with. Alrighty, so inside this awesome looking box, you're gonna find, first of all, the Volt 276 audio interface. If you don't know what this is, check out my other video where I go throughout the whole Volt lineup. The Volt 276 in short words is a 2-channel audio interface that has a vintage preamp mode and a 76 compressor built into each channel. We also have included in this package, I'm gonna put this off to the side, a pair of headphones, so you can start recording with these headphones and listening to what you're doing. A condenser microphone branded with the Volt logo, and lastly we have all the necessary documentation, so where you can scan and get started, some information, as well as XLR cable to connect the microphone. Then we also have two kind of cables. So this first one is a USB-C to USB-A. So this is the one that you need to connect to your computer, and in most cases this will be enough. You won't need anything else because the computer will actually power the interface. With the other one, this is a DC barrel plug to a USB-A, and this is only needed when you're going to connect your interface to an iOS device or any sort of computer that doesn't actually supply enough power to the interface, which in most cases you won't need. So like I said, if you use an iOS device like an iPhone, you will need a camera connection kit in order to connect the USB plug, and you will need the USB actually connected to any sort of 5-volt DC power brick that you most likely already own and have plenty around the house. That's how you connect the power, and then the other side into the camera kit, so you can actually record or do live streaming or do any sort of audio production also on your iOS device. Okay, so let's take all of this out and let's see what it sounds like. We're gonna put the box off to the side, and let's get everything hooked up to my computer and record. So first of all, let's start by connecting the interface to the computer. Like I mentioned, you have a USB-C on one side, which you will connect to the back of the interface, and the USB-A connects to your computer. For this situation, since I'm connecting it to my Mac, I won't be needing the DC plug to USB-A, so I'm gonna put that off to the side. I will be needing my XLR connection, but first of all, let's turn the interface on. There's a power switch right on the back of the interface, and then connect our headphones. There's a connection right on the front for that. Now we're gonna connect our interface. So we have an XLR that we're gonna go into the microphone, and then the other end of that cable we're gonna connect to either inputs 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. Just for sakes of this demonstration, I'm gonna go to input number 1. All right, let's talk briefly about the microphone. In order to use this microphone, since it's a condenser mic, you will need phantom power. So that is a switch that you're gonna find in the front of the interface that supplies 48 volts into the microphone in order to be able to use it. Once you see the button completely red, that means that the microphone is already ready to go. I'm gonna put my headphones on so we can listen to what we're doing. So in order to listen to what I'm doing in real time and not have to go through the latency of the software, I can press this direct button. There is 2 modes. Once I press direct and it becomes amber, now whatever goes into input 1 goes to my left ear, whatever goes into input 2 goes to my right ear. So that's for stereo sources, but this is a single microphone, which is a mono source. So I want to press direct one more time. Now it becomes blue, So now I actually have mono into both my ears. So if I'm connecting to only one channel, I will listen to in both ears. So let's turn up the gain. Let's turn up the gain. Check 1 2. So now you're listening to my voice through the Volt microphone with no vintage mode or compressor on. So what I'm going to do is raise the gain a little bit and add the compression. So as you see, if I talk softer or I talk louder, the signal goes either up and down. What the compressor does is just bring your peaks or your highest levels down and your low levels up, so we can have a consistent performance. This is great for someone that's doing podcast or recording, because now you have the signal into the interface into your recording software or podcasting already with that compression applied, so you don't have to do it later. So for podcasts it's great because sometimes it's difficult to get a high polished sound from the way in. So by pressing the compressor on, you're going to notice a difference. So when you press the 76 compressor on and you put it into the vocal preset, what it does is just bring the peaks down and the low levels up. So if you listen to my voice, if I speak softly, it sounds at the same, roughly at the same level than when I speak louder. So now I don't have to adjust my levels up and down, because the compressor, what it's doing is leveling everything out, which gives me a more finished sound, a more polished. Obviously you want to put this on a stand or a desktop stand. I'm holding it with my hand, so you might hear a little bit of handling noise. And if you see, I have it a little bit off to the side because I don't want to have it in front of me, because I'm going to get the P's and the T's. But this is normal for any kind of microphone, especially for a condenser microphone. So you want to put a pop filter in front of it. But this compressor mode into the vocal preset sounds fantastic, and I love the results. So by pressing the vintage, now I'm going to get a little bit more high end, a little bit more saturation, especially when I go into the higher settings. So I can start adding more gain, and you see how now my high end and the low end gets a little bit more excited. So that's what the vintage does. It just gives you a little bit more saturation of the microphone preamp, just to give you a little bit more color. So I'm going to back the gain down a little bit, and see, that's where more or less I will probably go. Let's see our recording. Yeah, so now you're listening to my voice with the compressor and the vintage mode on. So if you're thinking of getting started in a recording studio or just your podcast studio, and you don't know what to pick for a microphone, headphone, or interface, this studio pack is the best solution for you. So please go down in the comments and let me know what you think about the studio pack, or if you have any other questions. As always, thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe button so you can help me create more content and I can bring more gear to you. All right, see you on the next one.